Hello, you beautiful people. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Oh, these new changes are so bad, they're awful. It's purely survivor-sided and all that jazz, but I want to make some counterpoints because I always believe in looking on the bright side of things. So, let's get into it, shall we? The first few changes we have is the unhook protections, 10% more haste and all that jazz for survivors. And it lasts for 30 seconds unless you touch a generator or do any conspicuous action. Now, that's a good change, that's fine, it prevents tunneling and all that jazz. And the hook stages are obscured for the killer, and you can't. If you're unhooked, it doesn't reveal to you for 10 seconds if you're playing killer. Now, here comes the unique hook bonuses, which a lot of people are complaining about, and I agree with them, because perks were also changed in this one. But let's just get over these changes. You damage generators more after you hook someone, you become faster for 15 seconds, and the orders are revealed to you of survivors who have not been hooked or have equal hook states as the survivor you have hooked, outside of 40 meters. Now, some killers do not get this buff, like the Blight, Dark Lord, Ghoul, Hillbilly, and the Nurse, plus the Krasu, and I believe some of these killers should not get any of these perks at all. These changes, like the Nurse, the Blight, Hillbilly, and Ghoul. They should not get any of these. Anything. Nothing at all. Especially the Aura Reveal. Because on Nurse especially, Aura Revealing is extremely good. But now we get into the main complaint, which I understand because it is screwing over some killers. But if you hook or Mori a survivor before 6 total hook states, then everyone else gets a 25 repair bonus speed, and you cannot damage generators, which is a massive nerf, unfortunately. Especially on someone like Sadako, who usually plays with Condemned, so she will get a kill before 6 hook states total. And that's not good, because then she's just going to be nerfed for the rest of the game. And also the new slugging changes. If you are on the ground for 90 seconds, you can get yourself up, and also you can roll and pick yourself up, and it does this automatically. So that's just some nice changes. Oh, and apparently various games have adjusted the quantity and distribution of pellets, reducing the presence of dead zones, which is quite nice. But let's just get over these quickly now. So people complain that, and it's a valid complaint, that these changes, because survivors will just go and make you kill them, so that the rest of the team gets the 25% bonus repair speed. But you don't have to hook them, you can just slug them on the floor. Yes, they get that self-recovery after 90 seconds, but that's 90 seconds total on the floor. I think it's after you down them and then... Oh no, Logos does not really set between downs. Fine. Still 90 seconds or minus, but you have they are on the floor doing nothing at all. So this repair bonus speed is too much as well. Just make it 15% because 25 is too much. And the rest of the changes are good. But also make it so that unique kills like Sadako's Condemned or the Pig's Traps count as, not as Moris or anything like that, but unique kills, so that they do not get this debuff. Because Sadako mainly plays with the Condemned, and if we reach 7 stacks, you get killed. Instantly. Well, not instantly, she has to down you and then she can kill you. But no matter how many hook states you have, you will die. And let's get into some of these perk changes, shall we? Now, Babysitter just reveals the order, but by the time you get an extra 12 seconds of that perk, of the border time that comes from unhooking the survivor. That's a fine change because, like I said, any conspicuous action will remove that buff, and in endgame, you do not get that buff. Well, you get the borrowed time, but not the completely buffs that survivors got. And especially something like Off the Record, which the endurance effect was completely removed. This perk is now not so good. You don't leave any scratch marks while sprinting, that's the only thing that changes from it. Tenacity, killers can now not read your aura when you're in the dying state, and you move 25% faster, which is quite a good buff. So that if a killer uses something like Deerstalker, they won't be able to see you. The barbecue and chili rework, I would say increase that to 10%. Not 5, but 10. Because that will be much more usable for characters. And another one I saw was Pop Goes the Weasel. They should not have changed this. This should have been 20%. So then, let's say you have barbecue and chili with now 5% or my 10%, plus the 20% from Pop Goes the Weasel and the 20% from the base kit. That is 45 or a 50% reduction. Like, just keep this 20%, and that's coming from me. Just something else I wanted to mention. All of these changes are just numbers. 30 seconds, yeah, that's a long time, but you lose all of these effects if you do a conspicuous action. So, it's not that bad of a deal. And yes, some characters will go out of their way to get hit by you and tunnel you, but you can slug them. That's also not that big of a deal, because only when you hook them do you get these nerfs. And, just another thing, I just want to make certain, the Nurse, Light, Ghoul and Hillbilly should not get these changes. No, they must get no bonus, no nothing. Now, you may think, oh no, but they won't be that badly nerfed. No, they must still get the tunneling penalties, and you also get the Survivor protection for 30 seconds. This will just make it better to play against those killers, especially if they tunnel you. And also, you can slug. If you're playing any killer who aren't those guys, you can still slug the survivors. Yes, they can pick themselves up again, but you can always knock them down again, and that's the beauty of it. Also, I just want to mention something very quickly now. This patch is very survivor-sided, yes, but we also need to do some changes to make it more killer-sided. Like, I'm fine with all of this, and I mainly play survivor, but the hook penalty, that's far too much. That must be 15%. You get bonus repair speed if someone dies before 6 total hooks, and the Sodico and Pig changes that I mentioned. 25%, whoever thought of that was high. But everything else looks good, it looks okay. I have not played the PCB, so I can't say for certain, but so far, everything looks good to me. They just need to change some percentages and timing, and that will be fine. Also, because like I said, the perks were also changed on both sides, but especially on the survivor side. So these changes are not that bad, but I do believe it would have been a better reception if they pasted these changes out over multiple patches, and not just dump them all into one giant patch. And also, the Blight, Ghoul, Hillbilly and Nurse should not get any of these changes, but they should get the penalty for tunneling. So, I hope you'll all enjoy. Please leave a comment if you hate me, if you say I'm completely delusional, deranged, I'm insane. I am. But please let me know in the comment section and be nice about it, because kindness goes a long way. I love you all. Stay safe.